Hi, friends, and welcome back to another episode in the Play Along Journal series. And I'm going to work through two journals from beginning to end, and there's already quite a few weeks posted. So make sure that you're going and checking out the backlog of episodes if you haven't already. So I'm going to keep this spread pretty simple here today. I decided I wanted a little botanical drawing here, and so I just cut a little piece of paper. I could have definitely drawn it right on the page, but drawing is not something I'm super comfortable with. And so, to kind of get over that fear and be able to put my drawings in art journals, sometimes I like to draw them on another piece of paper and then attach them into the journal. So definitely explore different ways if you feel like you're uncomfortable with something. There's always more than one way to go about doing something. So I just did a little drawing here. I'm pretty happy with it overall. I like to kind of grunge up these little drawings. So I'm using a Stabilo all pencil and kind of going over what I had already just done in pencil. And then I'm going to take a wet, damp paintbrush and kind of spread that pigment around. And what that's going to do is just create kind of a grungier look. It's going to blur the lines, blur the edges a little bit, and make it look a little bit more um like quickly sketched or artistic. I don't know. I just really like the look of it when you use that water activated Stabilo all. I try to link the supplies that I use down in the description below, so make sure that you're checking that out if you ever have any questions about what supplies I'm using. I want to dry this just a little bit before I put it in the journal. I know um, otherwise the pigment will get all over the page that I'm working on. I'm coming back in and adding just a little bit more, some interesting pencil marks, make it look even more sketchy. Now I'm going to take my really sharp scissors here and I'm going to fussy cut around this drawing. This is a process that I like to go really slow on and kind of get even spacing around each of those lines if I can. So I just sped up this process quite a bit so that you don't have to watch me slowly cut around this little drawing. All right, so now that I have it all cut out, I'm going to explore a little bit with how I want that to look on the page. I'm adding in just some messy scribble marks. I want to integrate that into the page a little bit more. I know that it's going to be my focal point. I'm just deciding with the elements that are already on the page, if I'm going to kind of put that plant underneath the fabric or on top. I decided to add a little bit more interest with some marks in the background, and this is just my solid marker, and I did some loose circles in the background. Overall, this page is going to stay really simple, but I really like that, especially for a page when you can see so much onto the previous page, because the left side of this page is just a small sort of insert rather than a full on page. I could definitely do something with the left side as well, but I really like the paint swatch that is there. And so overall, I'm just deciding to leave that side alone and focus on the right side. I decided it would be fun for it to kind of go underneath that fabric bit, and that way it kind of just integrates into the page a little bit better. I'm I'm continuing on to the second spread in my teal journal, and I'm planning to keep this page really simple as well. I'm coming in with my fine line applicator and just doing some kind of skinny lines in the background. Um, right now, I just have Sumi ink inside the barrel part, and just is a really fun effect that that fine liner gives. I'm definitely going to hit that now with the heat gun. Now it is all dry, and so I can continue to work on it. It takes quite a while to dry on its own, or even with the heat gun when you work with the fine line applicator. So that's definitely just something to be aware of. I'm adding a little bit of interest and playing around here with some of my different collage supplies, seeing what might fit on this page. It can be kind of a fun exercise to limit yourself a little bit on your art spreads, telling yourself that it is okay to keep things a little bit on the simple side. And I think I've gotten better with that over time of kind of restraining myself and knowing that every page doesn't have to be fully loaded. So I just took the elements that were already on that page as inspiration and went with it. So overall, pretty simple, but I think the black and white with the slight pop of color really stands out and makes me really enjoy this page overall. I hope that you guys enjoyed these two simple spreads, and I can't wait to see what you create. Please tag me over on Instagram so I can see your work. Have a great day and see you next time.